We got to look at all the areas, right, that the finesses happened on the mind. Okay. Because it's only 300 something years ago. The history of taxonomy dates back to the origin of human language. However, nomenclature rules have developed strongly during the 1800s and the 1900s. Let's look at that, right? The naming arrangement, taxonomy, we looked at it before, is as old as the language skill of mankind. Okay, now real quick though, whose system are we on? Starting point of modern taxonomy. You see they show his name, right? Okay, so he was naming the plants and he was naming the animals. The simplicity of Linnaeus trivial names revolutionized nomenclature, and soon binary nomenclature came to replace the phrase names. Today, every plant or animal name published before 1753 or 1758 is called pre-Linnaean. Also, early names published by Linnaeus himself are pre-Linnaean. So he put himself down at he the institution. He's the box. Again, we gotta get the shackles. We gotta break the shackles, man. The person who tried to create a box for nature. Okay. Then you also have the box that was created for the medical, right? For the healing. So here you have the Ebers Papyrus, founded in the 1870s. And look at this. This prescription for asthma remedy is to be prepared as a mixture of herbs heated on a brick so that the sufferer could inhale their fumes. Look at that. What does that say? Look at this. Origins. Yeah, you see that right there? Origins. All right, it's another box, right? We have to keep adding to the boxes. Because remember, in order for us to beat this, right, we have to understand every single box. You heal yourself. Remember, they already got nature, right? So this person right here, we have to pay attention to this because remember, the language of the language started with the arrival of 3 Germanic tribes, right? So we do have to understand that that relationship with that area is key, man. It's German, right? And then you see right here, it says, wow, purchase? Iris was written in about 1500 BCE, all right? And preserves for us the most voluminous record of these ancient Egyptian medicine known. Now, real quick, look at the trail, right? So while the Ebers Papyrus, okay, is understood to be one of the oldest and most complete contemporaneous perspective on ancient Egyptian healing practices, nothing has been yet said about the biography of its first English language translator. And listen, it's key now. It's key because remember the language. Then we'll get straight to the point. Boom, 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 boom. It's the man right there. Boom. Okay. And look at this. Together with his daughter, Dr. Carl von Klein created the first direct English translation of the Ebers Papyrus, an artifact that played a critical role in disrupting the then dominant narrative history of medicine. Bro, they participated in paradigm-shifting work that relocated medicine's origins from the Greek island of Kos to the banks of the Nile. An English English language version of the Ebers Papyrus would not become available until nearly 2 decades, 20 years, potentially exacting a significant delay in the development of the history of medicine. All right, and the Anglophone world. Okay, so remember, we looked at nature. That was the labeling put on nature, right? The box put on nature. And then they put a box on your idea of you understanding the knowledge, right, of the God body for you to heal yourself and where it comes from. Remember, paradigm shifting work that relocated medicine's origins. Ebers Papyrus was advertised for sale. It ain't the first time. In 1869, and that's how he got it. That's how he got it. You see that? See that? Look at that. You have another one called the Edwin Smith Papyrus. So you know what they always say, oh, they coined the term, right? They coined the term. The verb to coin the term first came about when referring to the actual process of making money. We have to understand this, right? That box. We also have to understand this, the household, right? The economy, economic. All right. Now, real quick, I do want to show an example because you see, look at that. The term cell was coined by Robert Hooke. This is one of the person who was the first scientist who coined the term cell. Okay. All right. And look at that. All right. Cool, 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 cool. And yeah, I mean, of course, we had to talk about the difference between discovery and invention. So discovery is recognizing something that already exists for the first time that nobody has found before, but it already existed. How Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas, but it already existed. An invention is creating something that totally new with one's own ideas and development. Look at this. Ebers produced a biography of his former teacher. This person right here. Now let's look at this, right? Let's look who that is. Considered one of the founding fathers of Egyptology. See that again, right? Do you see that again? See that? All right, keep going. First to measure the value of the kings. The burial site of all the kings from RAMESSIU. Okay, so let's see something real quick. Look at that. Look at that. Most important, he was the first to perceive the developing panorama of Egyptian history. Returning to Prussia. Connection right there. That was his former teacher. Makes sense, right? All right, cool. Now, winter, so 1872. Look at that. German. Shown a papyrus. Within a very short period of time, he published an exquisitive two-volume reproduction of the entire text within a very short period of time. You also have the other one, which is the Edwin Smith Papyrus. Look at that. And you can see, so look at the clues even when you just search it. And remember, you are Slav.
I don't care what they say, to me it's very special. Exotic, different, guess that made them pretty special.